Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Luke Ness Monster, and today we do have a live stream to go over. Today we're just going to be talking about the Black Series. Yakface did actually go ahead and post that there are 13 brand new code names in the system, and yeah, so we do have a ton to talk about. And I do want to go ahead and say hi to some people in chat, so as soon as you guys get into the stream, go ahead. Feel free to leave a comment, and I will answer some questions as well. I will go over recent pickups, but I actually don't have any recent pickups to go over. Let me know how the audio is as well. I am using a new mic, so let me know if you guys can hear me. What's up, Hunter? Nice to see you in the chat. He is actually a member. If you guys do want to become a member, go down and hit that join button down right next to the subscribe button. If you do want to be a member, actually, you can tell Hunter has a really cool emoji right next to his name. That's because, like I said, he is a member. So if you guys do want to become a member, hit that join button. Super cool. What's up, Gonk Prime? Nice to see you in the chat. We also do have Michael Reed. He says, "Good day, Luke. Nice to see you in the chat." We also have Bosk's Ben. Bosk is in the Book of Boba Fett. I really hope so. I think it'd be super cool to see him. But yeah, thanks for joining, Bosk. We will probably talk about Book of Boba Fett in a little bit as well, because I'm sure it is a very good thing to talk about because the episode was absolutely amazing. But we will talk about that in a little bit. What's up, Cash? Nice to see you in the chat. We also have Obi Sean Kenobi. He says, "Howdy, Luke Ness." What's up, man? Nice to see you in the chat. Michael Reed says, "Sounds clear." That's good to hear. Like I said, I am using a new mic, so hopefully it sounds good, but we will see. Max Q28, nice to see you in the chat. He says, "Yo, what's up? I was asking all those questions in Ask Luke Ness Monster 52 live stream." Yeah, what's up? I remember you. I remember seeing you in the chat. Nice to see you back. Brian Meyer says, "Good evening, everyone. Nice to see you in the chat." We also do have Spartan Toy Hunter. Nice to see you as well, along with Sean Galvin. Hunter also says the audio sounds good. Same with Bosk. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Good as a seismic charge. That's pretty good. That's a lot to live up to. Alrighty, I say let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Yakface did go ahead and actually post that there are 13 brand new code names to that have pretty much been put into into the system, which are pretty cool. Real quick though, I do want to actually say hi to a few more people. I already said hi to Cash, but he says, "Hey Luke, what inspires you to always be so nice?" I don't know. I guess I'm just a good person. I try my best at all times, but thanks. I do really appreciate it. Mario says, "Hello from the sunny Southern California. Was watching a nice sunset." Well, I'm glad you could leave your sunset to watch Luke Ness stream. It means a lot, and yeah, I'm sure California is super pretty right now. Dat Boy says, "Nice figure setup." Thanks, man. I thought the Imperial Crosshair setup did look pretty good. Gong Prime says, "Thoughts on Book of Boba Fett episode 5. Okay, I'll let you guys decide. Do you guys want to talk about Book of Boba Fett or the Black Series first? I really like both, and Black Series is pretty cool, but so was the Book of Boba Fett, so it's definitely a tough choice. Gabriel says, "Hello from Buenos Aires, Argentina." I don't really know where that is. I do know where Argentina is, but yeah, nice to see international viewers. So thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah, super cool to see you in the chat, Gabriel. Bosk says Book of Boba Fett. You guys also want to talk about Book of Boba Fett? Gong says Boba. Bag says Boba. What's up, man? Nice to see you in the chat. Yeah, looks like everybody's saying Book of Boba Fett. Let's go ahead and just jump right into Book of Boba Fett then. That episode was freaking amazing. I kind of just want to come out and say that I think that was the best episode of Book of Boba Fett so far, and Boba Fett wasn't even in the episode, so that says a lot. I mean, it's complicated just to begin with the whole Boba Fett thing, but yeah, Mando was so cool during it. I love seeing him use the Darksaber, and I loved seeing him fight Paz Vizsla for it, and I'm glad that Mando won, because it would have been really anticlimactic for him just to kind of hand over the Darksaber like right away. So I thought it was pretty obvious he was going to win the duel there. But it is super cool to see both him and the Armorer back in the show, considering that neither of them showed up in all of season 2. So yeah, super cool to see them back. Hopefully they show up in Mando season 3. We will see. But I also just loved his new ship. His new ship was so freaking cool. I'm a huge fan of I'm a huge fan of like the new, or not the new, I guess the Naboo Starfighter. I'm a really big fan of that ship, and the all like silver kind of version of it with a little bit of a nice weathered Mando look to it. I'm a really huge fan of how that ship looks, and plus it goes super fast too, which is just really cool as well. I also think that that ship is perfect scale for Black Series. I think you could charge maybe about $120 to $150 for that. Throw in Mando, and that is a pretty freaking awesome vehicle right there. I think they could do it. I think, like I said, it is the perfect Black Series scale, and I would not be surprised if we got that as a Black Series, I guess, playset in the future. But yeah, RJ Studio says Mando season 2.5. It pretty much is. I mean, Boba Fett wasn't even in the episode, so yeah, that kind of surprised me. I did like, if you guys did notice, in like the title screen for Book of Boba, they actually played the Mando theme in the background behind the Boba Fett theme, and I thought that was pretty cool. A lot of people didn't notice it the first time watching it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I do want to say hi to a few more people that are joining. What's up? Nice to see you in the stream. He says, first time catching a stream if you've ever done one. I have done them in the past. I haven't done one recently, but thanks, man. Thanks for joining. We're just kind of talking about Book of Boba Fett right now. But yeah. He says he is from Texas, and the Book of Boba Fett is an okay show. Yeah, it's been here or there. I think the flashbacks have taken too much time. Like some of like the whole Tusken Raider train flashback was just a lot. It didn't need to be that long in my opinion, but it was. And I also do want to say hi to all 23 of the people watching right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't liked the stream yet, please consider hitting the like button. It really just shares the stream to other people's I guess recommended page, and it allows more people into the stream. So yeah. Sean says, do you think Boba Fett is now soft? I'm thinking these last episodes he'll dish out some quality Boba love. That one's interesting. I have a theory of what I think is going to happen at the end of Boba Fett season 1, but I do think Boba Fett has gone soft. He carries around this freaking, like, I think it's like the EE3 blaster. He's carrying around this huge blaster around all the time, and he hasn't shot one blaster bullet the entire show. He shot it through the Slave One. He shot through the ship, but he hasn't actually fired his blaster the entire show, and it's just kind of dumb. I don't get it. I mean, he's kind of gone soft. I do think so, and I think it's kind of taking away from his character. I think they're spending so much time on character development for a character that doesn't need any character development. But I do like what they ended up going with episode 4 there. With the flashbacks that they did, it was kind of focused on Fennec Shand and how they kind of came together. And I did really like that. And plus, they dropped a seismic charge into the Sarlacc, which was also super cool. So I did really like that episode. But some of the other flashbacks were just a little long. Yep. N1 Hasbro Pulse. I do think we're going to get a Naboo Starfighter with Mando. I think that'd be super cool, and I'd love to see it. Matthew says, I don't think Boba is weak. He just has a different mindset. Now, that is another way to look at it. It's possible. And I just wish he would do more. I mean, he kind of just stands around and does really nothing. Like, all the time we've seen him fight, he's gotten beat up pretty bad. He hasn't been able to win his own fight, which is kind of weird. So hopefully we'll see. Wheels of Chaotic Doom says, greetings from Sydney, Australia. Like I said, super cool to see international viewers. So thank you so much for watching. It is nice to see you in the stream. Gong Prime says, I'm guessing in the next episode, Luke will be in it and he'll teach Mando how to use the Darksaber. That is actually a really good theory. I didn't even think about Luke being in it. I hope so. I don't know if the next episode is going to be Mando or Boba. It's tough, but I'm thinking that the next episode will probably be Boba Fett. And then next time we see Mando will probably be the finale episode. And he will have come back from, I guess, meeting up with Baby Yoda and Luke. And I'm guessing maybe we'll see that scene in the beginning of Mando season 3, possibly. but I would love to see it in Book of Boba Fett too. Either way, I don't really care, but I would love to see it. I also want to see Baby Yoda with his like Beskar chainmail. I think that'd be super cool as well. But I do want to see Mando actually learn how to use a darksaber, because the darksaber is such a cool lightsaber, and I really want to see him like actually trained how to use it. Matthew also says we need a Boba Fett Black series, like the Vintage Collection has, not the Morak one, but the Tatooine one. Yeah, I think we really do too. It's kind of a shame we haven't got one yet, but considering that TVC did get both versions, I think it is possible that we could get a Tatooine Black series version too. It might just take a little bit of time. Dad Boy says, I want to see a Black Series Bantha. That would be super cool. It might be pretty big. They might charge a good 50, 60, 70 bucks for it, but I'd be perfectly fine with that because a Black Series Bantha would be absolutely amazing. I would absolutely love that. Bosk says, give us your theory. Ooh, I will in a second. I'm going to go through a few more comments, and then I'll give you guys my theory for what I think is going to happen at the end of Book of Boba Fett Season 1. Matthew says he does agree he needs to do way more than he already has. Yeah, he's just kind of got beat up most of the show, and he hasn't been super cool. Even though Boba wasn't in the last episode, I still really enjoyed Mando being in it and the lore that's involved. Yeah, so did I. I think, it's been a year and a half since we saw Mando last in the end of Mando Season 2, so I think everybody's just kind of in a loss for Mando, and I think this was just a nice kind of like, here's a little bit of Mando to hold you off until Season 3. Hopefully we get more of him in Book of Boba Fett, but we will see. I just really liked the episode, and I did miss Mando quite a bit. Gong says, I prefer Boba as a silent badass. So do I. I do like his morals have changed, but I still wish he can still be a silent badass and a good person at the same time. That like a Bantha meme is flooding the YouTube right now. Yeah, I actually really like the like a Bantha meme on TikTok. It's pretty funny. I really do like that meme. Hunter says, if they make a Black Series Mando slash Naboo Starfighter, do you think it will open venues of creating others like a clone fighter? I think it's possible. I think it's possible we get maybe a standard Naboo fighter too. I would love that with a Kid Annie in it or a normal Naboo pilot. I think we could get a Jedi starfighter. Same with maybe like a other clone fighters as well. I just think they need to do more single manned fighters in the Black Series. Like even an X-Wing. X-Wing would be pretty big, but I think they could do it. I'd love to see them do it. RJ Studio says, honestly, no Boba isn't really in the position like Mando was. They both showed the same amount of character development, but Mando had to fight off the Empire to protect Grogu. I think that was a huge part of Mando's character development, but with Boba, I think he already has enough character development that they shouldn't focus on that, and they should focus more on the story. And instead, they've been giving us a lot of character development that I just don't think is really needed. I thought Boba Fett was an elite bounty hunter, but he never really fought in the show. Yeah, he's kind of just chilled around. He hasn't done a whole lot, and every time he has fought, he's got beat up pretty bad, had to go to a bacta tank. They should do a Mandalorian Luke Skywalker with Grogu in the future. That is a figure I'd love to see. Give us a deluxe Luke and Grogu, some kind of Mandalorian figure set. I would love to see that. Gong Prime says, should I buy the Mando helmet? Absolutely, yes. If you do have the chance to get it, I say go for it. I do own it and is one of my personal favorite helmets. I think that it is probably the best one on the market for how cheap it is. You can buy some other custom ones, maybe off of like Etsy and other stuff, but it's going to be 3D printed more than likely or resin casted, and it's just not going to be as good quality. It's probably going to be very, very fragile. And plus, this one already has a nice silver coat of paint to it to where it's a very, very solid pick. Michael Reed says, I don't think we will see Mando until the last episode. I agree, Luke, Grogu and Luke in Season 3. Yeah, I don't think they're going to show Grogu and Luke in Book of Boba, but they might surprise us and they might show it next episode, but I think Mando will probably just not show back up until the season finale. Like a bantha. Yeah, price hike again. It's coming later in 2022. It is a shame, but it's going to happen, which really sucks. Wheels of Chaotic Doom says Black Kurstansis. I cannot pronounce the guy's name. The Wookiee from Book of Boba Fett for the Black Series needs to happen sooner rather than later. I also don't know how to pronounce any of those names. I'm sorry too. I'm not good with names, let alone space names. But I think all of those are a definite need for the Black Series. I think we just need more Book of Boba Fett figures in the Black Series altogether. We've had what 2 figures so far, so hopefully we get some more, but we will see. Gabriel says Black Series. Yep, I can't pronounce it still. Black Series Kurstansith, I want to say is how you pronounce it, but I do really want to see one of those in the Black Series. RJ Studio says if they did do a Luke and Grogu figure, they should do the new mold for the Rancor HasLab. Yes, I think that is what we'll probably get because they've already designed the figure. Whether or not the Rancor gets released, which as of right now it's not getting released, so we probably won't see it. They still already developed that figure. So they're going to release it because they're not going to put all that work into developing a brand new figure and not release it. So I would expect to see that pretty soon. Dat Boy says, hope we get more pit droids in the line. The figure looks super fun. I do really want more pit droids. They do have one in the line with like the Disney Parks exclusive set, but I hope we get one in the future. Maybe give us like a Kid Annie with a few pit droids as an accessories or something else like that, because I think pit droids need to come in a standard release that's not a Disney set exclusive. The Black Series twin huts. That'd be cool. I think I'd prefer a Jabba re-release before we get those huts, but those huts would be pretty cool too. Just knowing Hasbro, they're going to charge what, 30 to 40 bucks a hut, which means if they did the twin huts, it'll probably be a good $100 set if I had to guess. RJ Studio says they should make a peel figure with a pit droid. That would be pretty cool. I would love to see more pit droids, especially a peel figure too. That'd be super cool. Carl Jones says, do you think we will get a re-release of Jango Fett for the Attack of the Clones anniversary? I really think we will. The last mainline release we got for him was like 2016 or 17. It's been a long time since we've got a mainline release for him. We did get the Gaming Greats exclusive version, but I think we're going to get a updated version. It'll probably be a deluxe figure if I had to guess, considering that has all like the jetpack figures like that are deluxe figures nowadays. So I'm guessing we will get another one, hopefully in 2022. But I did actually see a concept on Instagram of what a figure like that might look like, and it looked super cool. But it just had so many accessories. It had removable helmet. It had like 2 different jetpacks. It had a ton of accessories with like flamethrower and blasters, and also had like a soft goods poncho. It was a super cool figure. It was a concept, but like I said, Black Series Hasbro is never going to go that far and give that many accessories. Ooh, Gonk finally got Finnick Chand and Nomad Boba. I still haven't had a chance to get my hands on it. I know the figures did go up on Hasbro Pulse, and I missed them. So I gotta track them down eventually, but I haven't done a ton of hunting recently either, and so because of that, I don't have any recent pickups either. But yeah, congrats, man. I still gotta find mine. That boy says, yeah, the more huts for Black Series would be cool. I do agree. I just really hope we get a re-release of Jabba, because Jabba's a very expensive figure on the aftermarket. Ooh, Black Series V-Wing in 2025. I'd love to see a V-Wing. I think 2025 is a pretty fitting year, considering that is the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. You never know. I think that might be a little bit of like a bigger ship for the Black Series scale, but I'd still love to see it. What about a 6-inch Hut Twins with sled and crew as a HasLab? I don't see that as being a HasLab, as there's not a lot of... It's more of like a figure pack rather than a HasLab. The only thing that's really HasLab about that would be like the platform that they're sitting on. But if you did the crew and everything, that's a good like 10, 15 figures just holding that. And if you do all the math with just that many figures, it's going to cost more than the Rancor, and people would be upset that they're not really getting their what it's worth. So we'll see. But build a Falcon, click together 6-inch 6-inch in parts with figures. That would be very, very big. If you mean like a 6-inch scale Millennium Falcon, that would be absolutely huge. That would be like the size of a room. It's a cool idea, but you'd have to buy like 150 figures just to get all the parts for it. And plus, once you did build it, it would be so big that it would just be unmanageable. So it's a cool idea, but I just think it'd be a little big for that. How do you think a HasLab Black Series LLAT gunship or ATT would sell? I think it would sell great. They would be pretty big, like I said, for Black Series scale, but for a HasLab, go charge a good $350 $500 for it. I think it'd sell pretty well. I think the Clone Wars is a very popular thing at the moment, especially with collectors, and I think they'd be willing to drop hundreds of dollars on stuff like that. So I think it's definitely a possibility, and I'd love to see it. What's up, Infernal Hippo? Nice to see you in the chat. What's going on? Glad to catch a stream. Thanks, man, for joining. Right now, we're kind of just talking about a little bit of Book of Boba Fett. We're also talking about the Black Series and maybe some HasLabs we could get. Wheel of Chaotic Doom says, Black Series needs a lot more aliens, period. The Cantina and Jabba's Palace are so underrepresented. I'm hoping for a Watto, and I'm hoping he comes with a pit droid. That is a great idea. I didn't even think about packaging Watto with a pit droid, but I do think we need a Watto. I think we need more Phantom Menace figures in general. But yeah, the Jabba's Palace, Jabba's Sail Barge, and Cantina are so underrepresented. And I really hope they just start releasing maybe one Cantina or one Jabba's Palace alien in each wave. I don't think it would hurt that bad, and I think it'd just be a nice way to get some of those figures in the line. Yes, we need pod racers in the Black Series. Another thing that's perfect Black Series scale, charge a good $100 for the set. Give us a pod racer, give us a figure to go with it, and it's something I'd love to see. And I'm kind of surprised they've kind of stepped away from vehicles in the Black Series. It's been almost 2 years since we've seen the last vehicle with the Snowspeeder. I do hope we see more. I think that vehicles are not as they're not as represented anymore as they need to be. Max says, I agree with HasLab Gunship. With no more required backers, but less money, it would probably be funded. I think it 100% would be funded, especially if they give us some popular figures with it that aren't, like a Salacious Crumb or a cardboard cutout of something else. I think that'd be a great idea. Give us some exclusive figures. I think give us a Phase 1 clone pilot. We haven't got one of those in the Black Series. And maybe give us some other exclusive figures to go with it. I don't know which ones yet, but I think the clone pilot is definitely a necessity. I got Q9 from the Mandalorian today. It is a great figure. It is a great figure as well. He's kind of underappreciated in the Black Series. I know when he was first announced, I kind of hated on him quite a bit, but he's a great figure, and I actually highly suggest you guys pick it up if you haven't. Gong Prime says, since we're getting a Book of Boba Fett Boba, do you think we will get one for our Mando collection, like the unpainted one? I really hope so. I think you're referring to like the battle damage one before he's painted it back on Tython, before like when he first got the armor back. And I really hope we do. I think it's definitely a possibility. It would end up being a deluxe figure. And it's one I'd buy because I really, really like that outfit for Boba. So hopefully we do get that in the future, but... Real quick, though, I do want to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for watching. We do have 33 people in the chat, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button. It just helps share the stream to other people's recommended pages and gets more people in the stream. So hit that like button, and on to the next question. Ooh, we got Justin from Out of the Basement in the chat. What's up, Justin? Nice to see you in the chat. Xenons, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, says, I haven't had the chance to get my hands on any of the recent Black Series Bobas. Also, had started to recently regret not picking up Finnick. Yeah, I still need to get my hands on Finnick, but we haven't got it yet. People are saying spam. There's spam in the chat. I don't see any spam. I don't. Maybe it's because I'm on StreamYard and not actually on the YouTube. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I got the out of the basement gave me the bot virus. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what happened. I don't see any of the bots in my chat. Is it only on YouTube that the bots are showing up? I seriously don't see any of the bots. That's weird. Yeah, we're just saying spam. That's weird. I don't see any of it. Yeah, what's up Out of the Basement though? Yep, take my bots. Same thing happened to me every week. Yeah, I think that's the first time that's happened to me. Yep, great timing. Okay. RJCD says if they did re-release Jango, they should add a young Boba and make him a deluxe like they did with Luke and Yoda. That would be super cool, actually. I'd love to get a young Boba, and a re-release of Jango, whether it's a re-release or a brand new version, is definitely necessary for the Black Series. If they make a Mandalorian version of the Super Battle Droid instead of the normal version from the prequels, I will be very disappointed. I don't think they would make a Mandalorian version of the Super Battle Droid, considering that it was only in one flashback. They're probably going to do the normal version. And it'll probably be packed in the Attack of the Clones packaging, if I had to guess. We should get a Rancor HasLab for the Book of Boba Fett. They'd have to give us the right characters for it. I mean, I think even if it was the Book of Boba Fett version, we'd still want the Rancor Keeper, and I still want an Ula. So I mean, I don't think much would have changed, and I think they've learned their lesson from that one. But it would have to be really good figures if they were. LAT would be over $1,000. It might be, but I think it'd be worth it. I'd drop $1,000 on a Black Series LAT. I don't have any room for one, but I would definitely do it because I definitely want an LAT. Yep, like Hunter says, he would still get it though. I definitely would too. Gong Prime says, "Do you think we will ever get a Polymato?" I'm not sure. I know who that is. Sorry, I really don't know if I know who that is. We could actually use Hawk in the pilot seat. Yeah, we could use Hawk too. That would actually be super useful for that. I think Hawk is a great figure in the Black Series, but I also would love to see the Phase 1 pilot as well. For real, we could get the gunship with a prequel Yoda. I think we need a prequel Yoda so bad. It really surprises me we haven't got one yet, so hopefully we do get one pretty soon. Just got Tech and Captain America 2-pack. Can't wait to open them until tomorrow. Yeah, Tech is a great figure, and so is Captain America. Both of those are great figures. The Captain America 2-pack is interesting. I love Captain America, and that's a great way to get the endgame cap. I'm not a huge fan of the Falcon Captain America figure, and that's only because it doesn't come with the wings. I have that figure, and it's a great figure. I just want the wings with it, and I really wish it came with the wings rather than it being a Build-A-Figure, because some of those figures were impossible to find in stores. So that's my only gripe against the Falcon Captain America, but he's still a great figure, and the 2-pack is amazing. Wheels of Chaotic Doom says, "We need a Dexter Jester, the Kaminoans and Trade Federation guys, new Gunray, etc. High Singer from the Clone Wars is needed. More Jedi from the prequel trilogy as well." I think Dexter Jester would be super cool. He'd definitely be a deluxe figure. He'd probably be a good $30 to $35, $40 figure because he is a pretty big character. But I'd love to see him in the Black Series. Maybe give us some kind of not cantina, but like diner booth set with that. Give us an episode 2 Obi-Wan 2. That'd be pretty cool. I also think Kaminoans and Trade Federation guys like Newt Gunray are also pretty essential. Matthew says, "I got ARC Trooper Echo today, keeping it in the box." That's a great choice. ARC Trooper Echo is amazing, and congrats for picking one up. Michael Reed says, "I think we need more speeders and other small vehicles in 6-inch. Sith speeders with Maul or an ATRT with a clone." A Sith speeder with Maul would be super cool, but an ATRT really surprises me that they haven't done it. I mean, what? It's not that much bigger. I think you could charge $50 for an ATRT and then another 25 with the figure. So it'd be a good $50 to $75 set, but that would be awesome. I don't think it would be too terribly big considering it's not a very, very large ATRT. And it would sell like hotcakes. You don't even know like how quick the normal clones sell out. If you throw maybe like a 501st ATRT in there, that thing is selling out so fast. It's going to be impossible to find. Gong Prime says, "When was the last 2-pack in the Black Series?" That's tough. If I had to guess, the last 2-pack would have been the Luke and Yoda 2-pack, which was the deluxe figure with like Dagobah, Luke, and Yoda. That probably would have been the last 2-pack, if I remember correctly. Samus says, "Ooh, nice to see you in the chat. I haven't seen you in the chat yet, so what's up? Thanks for joining." He says, "I think we're definitely going to get Din's new ship." I think we are too. I think it's inevitable at this point. I think it's perfect Black Series scale. It might be a good $100 to $150, but I think it's definitely worth it. JD Bobby Drake says, "Dude, you're amazing. Keep up the great work." Thanks so much. I do really, really appreciate it. Gong Prime, the Mandalorian Build-A-Pack. Ooh, yeah, that one actually might be the most recent 2-pack. Didn't even think of that one. I guess I kind of count Baby Yoda more as an accessory than I do as a figure. But yeah, that one would have been the most recent one. Rob Chewbacca says, "Would you buy Millennium Falcon Black Series cockpit display?" I definitely would. I'm a huge fan of dioramas and other display pieces like that, and a cockpit for the Millennium Falcon would be absolutely amazing. I don't know how much you would charge for it. I'm guessing it'd probably be around $100 to $200, considering that the Black Series Cantina was 100. That one did come with 3 figures, so maybe only throw in 1 figure and charge a good $100 for it. But a Black Series cockpit would be super cool. Bosque Ben says, you got $1,000 to spend on the Black Series, though? Unfortunately, no, but if they were to make an LAT, I would find $1,000. Out of the basement says, Peel is the mechanic lady from the last episode, curly hair. Oh, okay, yeah, the mechanic. I knew that, and I'm just... You should have just said the mechanic lady. That would have helped. But, yeah, okay, I think I'd like to see her in the Black Series, throw in the pit droid. That'd be super cool. Maybe throw in a BD droid as well. I think that'd be super cool. Gong Prime says, okay, yeah, just autocorrected. Gives Mando the new ship. Yeah, I think I'd love to see her in the Black Series. RJ Studio says, I actually got a letter from Hasbro last year about a concept I sent. It was about a line of figures meant for people to customize, like an all-white figure with a paint container. That's pretty cool, actually. I really like that idea. The only problem with that is you actually have to have like some artistic skill involved. I know some people have more than others. I'm not super artistic. I can paint something roughly, but it doesn't necessarily look the best. But that is a great idea, and I think that'd be great for customizers. A 2-scale BD1 droid. I don't know how well that would work for the Black Series, but that would be super cool. I know one thing I've wanted Hasbro to do is, since they own Nerf, I'd love to see them do like a kind of a realistic blaster line like they do with the lightsabers. Give us some realistic metal blasters. Give us like a DC-17 blaster pistol as like full metal and everything like that. It would be a little expensive, but the only reason I think Hasbro hasn't done that yet is because due to the law in America, you'd have to put an orange tip on the front of the blaster, and that would kind of just ruin the whole effect. If you're dropping a good $200, $300, $400 on a proper replica like that, you don't want it to have an orange tip, and I think that's the main reason why they haven't done it yet. Infernal Hippo says, yeah, the no wings is one downside of the pack, but alternate heads looks really good. RJ Studio says, it said that they didn't read it and they sent it back to me, but I still got a letter from them. That's pretty cool. It would have been cool if they did read it, but it is what it is. You'll get it next time. I've seen a fan art of the Build-A-Pack with the Senate and prequel Yoda. Pretty cool. I actually have seen, I know a guy on Instagram, Star Wars The Black Series Concepts, I believe, on Instagram. I might have butchered that. He does a ton of great work on Instagram. I've used a few of his images in my thumbnails before. But yeah, he does a ton of great work, and he makes a ton of great concept art. I know one he did was like an Emperor Palpatine from Revenge of the Sith and one of the Senate chamber seats. And that I just thought how cool that would be in the Black Series. Like get a Senate chamber seat diorama piece. I would love that. Wheels, we are getting more Cantina actions with Figure and Dan, more Jabba's Palace aliens with Bib Fortuna, and more prequel Jedi with Ki-Adi-Mundi and Aayla Secura. For real, I'm so glad we're getting leaps and bounds better in the Black Series with kind of some more obscure figures like this. I do hope it continues because we definitely need them. Rather than, a fifth version of Luke or fifth version of Leia, I think figures like this, the more background characters, are definitely needed. Gong Prime says we could get a prequel Yoda and a gunship. That would be super cool. I think a prequel Yoda would just be cool in general. Like, I don't need it in a gunship. My only problem is, they're going to charge a solid $20 just for prequel Yoda, even though he's a pretty small figure. Infernal Hippo says 2022 might be one of the best years for the Black Series. It might be, and that's just because there's already 4 to 5 rumored waves for 2022, and we're only a month in. Like, if they start pumping these waves out, we could get a good 5, 6, 7 waves in 2022 of just mainline figures, which is something I'm really hyped for. DJ Bobby Drake says, I think Pong Krell would be a great Black Series figure. I also think so as well. I think Pong Krell is such an interesting character. I hate the character, and that's why I love it. Like, they wrote the character so well as that they wrote it to make you want to hate the character, and I love that. And you'd be a great villain in a Clone Wars display. I absolutely love that. Like Hunter says, for an Umbara display would be incredible. Oh, we got bots back. Okay. Get rid of this bot. Block user. I blocked the user. Okay. Hopefully we got rid of them now. But Yep, they're back. Hopefully we got rid of them. That was a good 2 or 3 minutes ago, so hopefully they weren't in the chat for too long, but Samus says Peel would be the perfect exclusive because there's some people that want her and some people who don't, like Galen and the pilot from Rogue One. I actually really agree with that. She would be a great exclusive figure. There's some people that would want her and some people that don't. I personally probably would only pick her up for the pit droids. She's a cool figure, but nothing that is super necessary for a collection. And that's why I think she would be a great exclusive, maybe a Target or a Walmart. But what do you think about having Bob with no Jabba? I believe you probably mean Bib, if I'm not mistaken. But do you think that they're going to make one? There actually is already a Jabba in the Black Series. It's just been a long time since they've made another one. They probably will make an updated one here next year, but we definitely do need an updated Jabba. Eddie the Yeti says, "The Empire, they're back." That was my best Boba Fett voice. I didn't do it very well, but nice to see you in the chat, Eddie the Yeti. CT Fulcrum says, "Won't be able to watch the stream tonight, but wanted to stop by and just to say, keep up the great content. We'll have to listen tomorrow." Well, thanks so much for joining just for this little amount of time. It's nice to see you in the chat, and hopefully you will watch tomorrow. Yeah, just some chat about the spam coming back. That is unfortunate, but Gong Prime says a Revenge of the Sith Palpatine and Yoda 2-pack. That would be really, really cool. I hope that's a thing eventually, but we never know. I'm hoping to give Revenge of the Sith some more love because it's been 2 years since the new Galaxy style packaging has been out, and they haven't done Revenge of the Sith yet, which really surprises me. Winter Star says, "I'd love to see an A-Wing for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi." I think that's definitely going to happen. Perfect Black Series scale. I think if it's not an A-Wing, it's going to be a ATST, but I think ATST is a little bit big for Black Series. So if the ATST isn't a $200 set, it would probably end up being a HasLab, which I'm fine with too. Yep, he did mean Bib. Pretty cool. RJ Studio says, "I had to do surgery on the new Tython Boba Fett. It snapped as soon as I got it out of the box. It was a simple surgery though, because I didn't because I did it on a much larger scale with Marvel Legends." Yeah, it sucks when figures break right out of the box. I know I got my Obi-Wan Kenobi out of the Cantina set, actually the Ben Kenobi, whatever, same thing, and his lightsaber already broke. I've had like 3 or 4 figures where their lightsabers have snapped, and it's just the worst thing ever. I absolutely hate when figures break. You do have to put a little bit of care into it, but they're still great figures. Some of them just have flaws like that. Do you think they will make some new Tuskens for the Book of Boba Fett? I think they're going to repack the old Tusken in the Book of Boba Fett packaging, and I think we might see like the main Tusken in like the black cloths or clothes or whatever, robes, whatever you want to call it. I think that we will probably end up getting one of those as well. It just might be a year from now, if I had to guess. Just considering the rate at they're releasing figures with this, it might be quite a while. I put a screw in his hand to replace a peg. That's a great idea too. I mean, whatever works, works. Dat Boy says, "Hasbro, do a Black Series AT-AT. That is going to be huge, but I would still buy it. Don't get me wrong. I think Out of the Basement's right when they say it would be a couple $1,000s and it would be like 10 feet tall, but I would still buy it because it's freaking awesome. No, I probably wouldn't because I couldn't afford it, but it'd still be awesome. I'd love to see it. But, considering the scale, Hasbro's never going to do it. Maybe the female Tuskens. That's possible. He tried auto-correcting it too a few times. Yeah, the female Tuskens. It's possible, but I don't know. I just hope we see more Book of Boba Fett figures in general because it's been quite a while. I hope we get a Mando figure with the Darksaber packed in it. You never know. I hope that is one we will get. Maybe we'll get a Mando packed in the Book of Boba Fett packaging with the Darksaber and a spear. You never know. That'd be pretty cool, though. Alrighty, I guess I do want to talk about a theory I had for the finale of Book of Boba Fett, and then we'll jump into the rumored Black Series figures that Yakface has, the 13 rumored Black Series figures Yakface has leaked. So, my theory for the Book of Boba Fett, now hear me out on this. Him and Mando and his group of bounty hunters have defeated the Pikes, and they've taken back Tatooine, and you know, you think everything's all happy and joyful, and then you see a cloaked figure start to approach Boba Fett. You see a purple lightsaber ignite, and Boba Fett, you know, he's in shock, and he kind of goes crazy. You see him flashback to Mace Windu killing his father back on Geonosis, and then pretty much Boba Fett just tells Mace Windu, "I'm gonna kill you. You killed my father. I'm gonna kill you." And Mace Windu is like, "I don't even know who you are." You know, kind of going back to like Endgame, but he's like, "I don't even know who you are." Boba Fett takes off his helmet, and Mace Windu Mace Windu pretty much looks on the face of Jango Fett that he killed all those years ago back on Geonosis, and then it just ends. The Book of Boba Fett theme plays. Don't tell me that wouldn't be an epic season finale. I would absolutely love to see that, and plus it would bring Mace Windu back from the dead. So I would absolutely love that. All right, let's go back and read a couple comments. I also do want to say what's up to the 40 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, like I said, hit that like button. All the like button really does is it suggests this stream to all the other people and puts it on other people's recommended pages, and it gets more people in the stream. So hitting the like button would be greatly appreciated. Josh says, "What is your favorite Black Series figure?" I gotta go with ARC Trooper Echo. Until they make an ARC Trooper 5s, it'll probably be ARC Trooper 5s when that comes out. But until then, it's ARC Trooper Echo. Most underrated figure for you? That one is tough. I don't really know. Let me think. I kind of want to give the General Lando some love. I think General Lando is a great figure, but you see him peg warming everywhere. I've seen four at both my Target and my Walmart, just 4 Landos, and that's it. And he's a great figure. I know Lando's not the most popular character, but he has just an absolutely amazing figure, and he is pretty underrated. Gong Prime says, "Is it just me, or is the Book of Boba Fett, his helmet looks a bit off, like the bottom is a bit round, like a bucket instead of being curved? His helmet does look a little weird. For me, his helmet looks not as wide. In Empire Strikes Back, his helmet is very wide, and in Book of Boba Fett, it looks kind of like squished in a little bit." RJ Studio says, "I'm hyped for Bad Batch Echo. That one is the last one I need to complete the Bad Batch." Me too. Hopefully we see him pretty soon. He's been announced a few months ago, and we haven't seen him we haven't seen him released yet. So hopefully we see him pretty soon. I need Echo and Omega too to complete the Bad Batch. So super hyped for that. Winter Star, nice to see you in the chat. He does say the Snowspeeder was such a fantastic release. Immediately, I used it as a modified Flash Fire from the Old Republic era. That is a great way of using it. Snowspeeder is actually one I passed on, and that's only because I just didn't really have any space to keep it. But if I do ever find one, I might have to pick it up because it is such a cool set. CT8802 says, "Aside from 5s, what clones do you want top 3? I really want a Hardcase. I love Hardcase's character. One of my favorite ones. Give him the Z whatever rotisserie chicken blaster. I call it the rotisserie chicken blaster. I know it's like the rotary cannon, but just rotisserie chicken sounds cooler. Give him that blaster, and I just love his phase 2 design. Give us a Kix. Kix is so underappreciated, and he's awesome. And then you got to give me probably a phase 2 Waxer too. I'm a huge Waxer fan, and I do really want a Waxer figure." Inferno Hippo says, "That would be awesome, dude. I want to see Mace Windu come back in Book of Boba Fett." Mario says, "Have you seen the pics of the Fett throne photo op at Disneyland? I went as Jedi Luke." I actually have not seen it. I've seen it. I just haven't been there in person. I've never really been to Disneyland. The closest one to me is Disney World in Orlando, Florida. And so I don't know if they have one of those in Disney World, but I have never been to the one in Disneyland. But I have seen photos, and it looks super cool. Boba will probably still use Bacta, but I think instead of flashbacks, we'll see Mando visit Luke and Grogu. Ooh, that's a good idea. I would actually like to see that. That'd be a lot more. I think that save a lot more time rather than getting those flashbacks. The flashbacks are pretty cool, but for me, they just take up too much time from the show. And like, what we've gotten 4 episodes with Boba actually in it, and 95% of that show has just been flashbacks. So I mean, I like the flashbacks, but it's just been too much. Gong Prime says, my one problem with that is I'm kind of sick of getting characters back from the dead. Like Boba was fine because he died like a chicken, to put it in nice words, but still, yeah, I know it's. I don't like getting the characters back from the dead too. It does kind of suck with Emperor Palpatine coming back and Boba Fett coming back and all these other characters coming back. It does kind of suck, but with Mace Windu, I feel like he is one of those more reasonable characters that could come back. Like Palpatine, he fell like 150,000 feet down a reactor shaft and exploded, and then exploded when the Death Star exploded, and somehow he still survived. Yet Mace Windu, he got his hand cut off, and he got shocked a little bit, and then he got thrown out a window. Literally, a Jedi could survive that pretty easily. Like maybe the fall would hurt, but we've seen Jedi survive falls a lot farther than that. So you never know. Michael Reed says, sounds good, Luke Ness, but I don't think we'll see a Jedi in Boba Fett. It's possible. I just think that, Boba Fett's kind of been a nice moral person. And I think jumping into Boba Fett's past a little bit more would be super cool. I want to see Boba Fett's reaction to a Jedi because he saw a Jedi, kill his father. He watched the Jedi send him into the Sarlacc pit and change his life. Like, he probably has a pretty big hatred for the Jedi, and I want to see his reaction to that, and that might kind of push him out of that, that might push him out of his nice phase and give us badass Boba again, which I do really want to see. Yeah, Dead Boy says, yeah, bringing people back from the dead is a little overused now. It is a little bit, but we will see. Hunter says, I think they'll definitely utilize the ship based on how much emphasis they put on Mando's ship now and the Slave one. I think they definitely will too. Hopefully we get more ships in the Black Series too. I would really like that. I want Mace Windu to show up in Mandalorian Season 3 and give us a Mando and give Mando a yellow lightsaber, because Mando dual wielding the Darksaber and a yellow lightsaber would be sick. That would be pretty cool. I don't necessarily know if he needs a yellow lightsaber, but maybe he could use Grogu's yellow one. I don't know. I do like Mando with the Darksaber though. And I honestly think if Mace Windu is going to come back, I want to see him Book of Boba Fett, just with the whole Mace Windu killing Jango Fett and, young Boba kind of having a hatred for Mace Windu. I kind of want to see that, how that turns out another good 10, 20, 30 years later. Star Wars and More Channel says, I think Omega would be great in Book of Boba Fett, but not for people who haven't seen The Bad Batch. I have mixed emotions about this. I think it'd be pretty cool, but one, you're gonna have to cast somebody super old. I've heard like some people say Scarlett Johansson, which I think would be pretty cool. But the only thing is, I feel like that's a whole nother character. It's so many years are in between that a character like Omega in Bad Batch is probably a whole nother person 30 years later in the Book of Boba Fett. And so I don't really know if I'd like that. And plus, then that also guarantees that leaves some mystery in between, like what happens with the rest of the Bad Batch as well. And I think I'd rather see that story told through the Bad Batch perspective and not the Book of Boba Fett's perspective, but we will see. CT8802 said, I thought Bad Batch Echo was going this May. I'm not really sure when it's supposed to come out. I don't think they've announced the official release date, but I think it might be sooner than May, hopefully. That is the next wave coming out in the Black Series. And since they've already announced that wave completely, I'm hoping it'll be in the February to March kind of time period. I don't think it'll be May, though. I think it'll be before that. Daniel says, we got to get a Jesse one of these days. Jesse's actually rumored for wave 33, I believe, in the Black Series. So we will get him in 2022. It's just a matter of time. We got to wait a few more months to get him. Hunter says, if Mando trains with the Darksaber when he meets back up with Luke and Grogu, or even Ahsoka, I think that is going to happen. I think that that is probably the most reasonable way he's going to train with it. I don't think him training with like the armor there really helped him a ton. And I think that that's going to be the main way he trains. CT8802 says, can't have wax without boil. I also agree with that. I think we need a boil too, but we'll see. Infernal Hippo says, what is your favorite Star Wars game? This is a tough question because I have a ton of favorite Star Wars games. I gotta say my top Star Wars game, I think I'm gonna give it to Republic Commando. I remember playing that game growing up, and I absolutely loved it. Republic Commando's got to be one of them. Hopefully, we get all of the Delta Squad in Black Series form eventually, but I love Republic Commando. And a close second is Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. This game was absolutely amazing. One of my favorite games growing up. I loved playing as, I believe Jaden was the character's name, but also seeing Kyle Katarn and Luke kind of build up his own Jedi Temple was super cool. And plus, with the whole like Sith coming back, I just really loved that game. It had a great story, and it was a lot of fun to play. Eddie the Yeti says they need to do a Black Series Little Boy Tusken Raider. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe they'll pack him as like a deluxe pack with one of the older ones. We'll see. Star Wars and More Channel says the one in Disneyland is awesome. That's super cool. I need to get down to Disneyland one of these days. I know I'm going to Disney World here in about a month or two, and maybe they'll have one. I'll definitely check to see if they do have one. But I got to get down to Disneyland one of these days. Looks like we got more bots in the chat. I think I already blocked that one, but we'll see. We'll see if they come back again. Daniel Johnson says, anyone having issues with finding Landos only in stores? It's time we army build Landos. Yeah, it's Landos and Grief Kargas for me. The Grief Kargas are kind of on their way out, but I've seen quite a few of them recently. But Landos are a big problem. I've seen stores with 4, 5, 6 Landos, and it's painful knowing that they had the rest of that wave there, and the Landos are the only ones that didn't get bought, which just really, really sucks. But Gong Prime says Palpatine especially should not have come back. I have mixed emotions about Rise of Skywalker. I think I like Palpatine coming back. I just think they did it the wrong way. I think they really need to give him a whole origin story and how he came back. And they needed to go into depth and explain it rather than Poe just saying somehow Palpatine returned, because that's a stupid line, and I really wish they would have found the proper way to bring him back. Hope we might get a Captain Keel. That'd be super cool. I'd love to see him. CT8802 says, I made a custom 3 3/4 inch figures of all the Embar guys. Phase 2 5s, Waxer, Tup, Kick, Hardcase, Jesse, and Dogma. I think we need all those in the Black Series. Come on, Hasbro, make those in the Black Series. Boo, yes. Rob says, what do you think of a Jedi Council display would cost, have all the chairs and the backdrop for a shelf display? I really want that in the Black Series. How much it would cost is interesting. If I had to guess, they'd probably charge a good $15 to $20 for each throne. And then if you have a backdrop with that, it probably, for everything, I think what they would do is maybe like release a Jedi with the throne or with the chair as an accessory. So with all of those, if you do all of the Jedi Council stuff, it would probably be upward of $200 if you want to get every single chair in there. But maybe if you only do some of the select chairs, it could be less than that. But we'll see. Do you think we will see Cal Kestis at Luke's temple? I hope so. I want to know more about Cal Kestis' story, but I think that Jedi Fallen Order 2 is going to do a good job of explaining that. I cannot wait for that game to come out, but you never know. We might. It's a matter of time. Anthony Martinez says, do you think we'll ever see Cal Kestis as a live-action Star Wars show? I think we might maybe see him in a Star Wars show, but I doubt we'll see him get his own show. I think the games are doing a great job of explaining his story, and I don't think he really needs a show. But you never know, he might make a cameo in a show, which would be pretty cool. Next question says, as long as we don't get another Luke cameo, I'm good with whatever ending they give us. Yeah, I think I'd like to see Luke maybe whenever Mando visits Grogu, but I don't think he needs to be like the whole season finale ender, because I love Luke, but doing him as a season finale ender twice, it might just be a little much. Gong Prime says, see ya, I gotta go. Thanks, and yeah, thank you so much for joining. Nice to see you in the chat. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Mario says, Ezra's plastic lightsaber is restocked at Disney parks, maybe online. That's pretty cool. I don't believe I've seen that one, but I might have to check it out. So if you guys do want to check it out, go check out Disney parks. I don't think they can introduce any Fallen Order or Bad Batch characters without messing up with their respective stories. I honestly agree with that too. Like I said, maybe if you do like Cal Kestis cameo, but the only thing is uh, these TV shows take place so much farther forward in time than the video game Fallen Order, that there's so much story in between there that you don't even know, and so much that could happen, and that kind of like narrows the window of what could happen. So I don't know how I feel about that, but you never know. RJCD says Mace Window because he got thrown out a window. The Star Wars and More channel says, I don't like how Mando was the focus of episode 5 and not Boba himself. I have mixed emotions about it. I really think the Book of Boba Fett should be focused on Boba, but that Mando episode was so good. It gave us a lot of Mando content that we were needing for quite a while. And I love the episode. Did it need to be in the Book of Boba Fett? No, but I still love the episode. It's just it being in Book of Boba Fett is kind of weird. Hunter says, do you think, just as a theory, they'll have Mando awaken Force abilities and he'll become the secondary Mandalorian Jedi? I don't think so. I think Mando's a great bounty hunter, and I don't want to see him become a Jedi. The whole Star Wars story is that like everybody's Jedi, and that's pretty cool because that makes sense because that's what Star Wars is about. But there's some characters that just don't need to be Jedis. I don't think Mando needs to be a Jedi, and I think he's a great character without it. So I hope not. CT8802 says, I just have to say this. How do you like the new clone body so much? I like that it kneels and the helmet is nowhere near as nice as the original. Oh, but the helmet is nowhere near as nice as the original. I made custom oppo on that mold and it looks sweet. The only thing with the original helmet is it just has zero articulation. It's very stiff. You can barely move it and it kind of gets in the way. I think that the old helmet is more movie accurate, as the new helmet's more Clone Wars accurate. But I do have mixed emotions. It depends on my mood. But I actually do really like the new clone body, just strictly because of how good the articulation is. If you guys have handled those older clone bodies like the Archive 501st, for example, the articulation is so bad. Ooh, Daniel Garcia says, how can I become a channel member? Great question. If you go down and click the join button right next to the subscribe button, that's actually how you become a channel member. I don't believe it works on mobile. I believe you do actually have to be on desktop for it to work. But that is actually how you become a channel member. I believe we do have 2 memberships. We have a standard membership and a premium membership. Both are great, and either way, I just appreciate you guys watching. Channel memberships are nothing that is required for you guys to have. It does help out the channel quite a bit, though, so I do appreciate it. But like I said, I also just appreciate you guys watching. Let me get a drink of soda here. Dat Boy says, what are your thoughts on Paz Vizsla being a classic Vizsla jerk, trying to kill the one of his clan, even though the clan was only him, Mando, and the Armorer? It makes sense for his character. I don't know how much I liked it, though. I really liked how they kind of had beef before, and then they kind of made up with him saving him on Navarro. But I don't know. I just feel like they kind of risk their lives for each other. And do you think that would kind of, make them friends a little bit? And instead, they're over here fighting for the Darksaber, and Mando's next second is kicked out of the clan too. So I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think we're going to see that clan maybe until the end of Mando Season 3 again, but we'll see. I don't know. Am I the only one that wants, or that thinks Maisie Williams, the actress who played, Arya Stark, I don't know if I pronounced it right, kind of looks like Omega? I think it's in the eyebrows. She kind of does. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know how well she would play an adult Omega, though. I think she would have to be a younger Omega, not like young Omega like we see in Bad Batch, but she couldn't be a 30 to 40-year-old Omega like we would see in Book of Boba Fett. CT8802 says, do you think my profile is cute? I heard you chuckle. I don't know if that was the cause of my name, or maybe you think Frog Lady is ugly. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I do like your profile. Hunter says, Dad Boy, I think I think they were mostly acquaintances at the best. I do not remember what that was. Oh, that boy. Okay, so uh, yeah, so like I was talking about earlier with the whole Mando and Paz Vizsla duel. It's interesting. I don't know how I feel about them kind of just kicking Mando's butt. I think that Paz Vizsla almost won that fight too. It was very very close. So it's interesting, but yeah, I don't think they're really friends, but they're not really enemies either. Um, Shalala Gupta says we need an entire wave of only Revenge of the Sith figures, all resculpts except battle droids and General Grievous. Yeah, that's fair. I think the battle droids and General Grievous are already pretty solid molds, but I think we need a brand new Anakin, a brand new Obi-Wan. We don't even have a Padme yet. Just give us some more Revenge of the Sith figures. Give us a Revenge of the Sith Yoda. Give us Revenge of the Sith Palpatine. There's a ton of figures they could do, and I think that they need to do a lot more of those in the Black Series, but we'll see. When Sam's Witwer reprising his role as Starkiller, he's gonna be 90 years old before we see him. I really want to see a Starkiller in canon, but he's so overpowered they'd have to nerf him so much that his character I feel like just wouldn't be as good. I'd love to see some kind of live action Force Unleashed. We never know, and I think Sam Witwer would just be perfect for it because he is Starkiller. He's the voice of Starkiller. He looks like Starkiller. He is Starkiller, and I'd love to see that, but you never know. I wish we'd see it, but imagine an N1 Naboo Starfighter in Black Series form. That would be super cool. I would really love that too. I think we're going to get the Mando version before we get the yellow version, but either way, I just want to see it in Black Series. I think it's perfect for Black Series scale. Dad Boy says, you know what could be pretty awesome? A Clone Wars version of Hondo. I'm kind of biased because that's my favorite version. I think that would be the best version. Right now, I think we only have like the live action Disney Parks version of Hondo. And I think a Clone Wars version would be the best considering that that's what he's from. But a Rebels version wouldn't be that bad either. Cal might make a cameo in Boba Fett given that BD1 was in Chapter 5. So I think it's pretty much confirmed that that BD unit wasn't the one that Cal Kestis has. This is a different BD unit. So yeah, it is. It's not the same one, but I think it's just cool to see more BD units in canon, especially in live action too. CT8802 says, I'm still wondering when Bad Batch Season 2 is going to release. I want to see what happens to Crosshair. So I'm pretty sure Bad Batch Season 2 is already confirmed to be coming out in 2022. We don't know when yet, but I think it'll be sooner than later. I think it'll be probably towards the end of 2022 because I think as of right now, Kenobi's rumored to be May 4th. So I think it'll be after May 4th. I'm guessing it'll probably be if I guess, it'll probably be like August, September kind of time. I bought a Black Series First Order Elite speeder bike custom. That sounds pretty cool. I wish they would do more First Order stuff like that. I know a lot of people don't like the sequels, but I'm just a huge fan of the First Order, and I definitely buy more stuff like that. RJ Studio says he has a concept for a movie. While the Empire continues to grow, former clone Commander Rex accidentally becomes aware of a plot to destroy the last few remaining Jedi while trying to save one of his brothers. That'd be a great movie idea. I just think it would have been better 20 years ago, considering that Tamora Morrison is just a little old now to be a young Captain Rex. I think Tamora Morrison is the perfect age to be a Captain Rex in maybe a Kenobi show or an Ahsoka show, but I think he's a little too old to be one in like a younger Captain Rex. Do you think that Grogu will become a Jedi and a Mandalorian? I think it's possible. I would absolutely love to see it. I think that Mando is going to try his best to raise Grogu in the Mandalorian ways, and I think he's going to become a Jedi too. So I cannot wait for that. It'd be super cool to see. CT8802 says, I'm really wondering about Delta Squad. Maybe a few of their chips got damaged. I don't know. Because you did see Scorch in Bad Batch, and I know some people are going to say, well, it's not actually Scorch, but if it looks like Scorch, then it's probably Scorch, is what I live by. I think they didn't design an entire commando to look like Scorch and then it not be Scorch, so I believe that the trooper in Bad Batch was Scorch. And considering that he is there training other commandos and other stormtroopers to begin with. It makes me think that some of the other Delta Squad probably is doing stuff with the Empire too. If I had to guess, Sev is dead, unfortunately, or he disappeared somehow. I think the only one that possibly could defy Order 66 is Boss. And I'd love to see it. You never know. We might see that in canon somehow, in some way, shape, or form. But I think that Fixer is pretty Imperial, if I had to guess. Why are Stormtroopers in the Black Series so expensive? Because Stormtroopers are freaking awesome. I believe that the Mandalorian Stormtrooper is in stock on Big Bad Toy Store. If you want to go check that out, I believe it is in stock for retail price. Oh, we got more bots in the chat. That was like 6 minutes ago, too. I need to keep up with the chat. Block user. Stupid bots. Yeah, do they keep making more accounts? I don't get it. Why do they keep coming? Yep, bots are back. Okay, there's even more bots. What the heck? Jeez, I think I got them all. Yeah, I think I got them all. Okay. They really are committed. I really want that Revenge of the Sith Palpatine you had in your thumbnail once. Yeah, I do too. I know that was one of the concepts off that guy on Instagram, Star Wars Black Series Concepts. Go check out his Instagram page if you haven't. He's super cool. But yeah, I would love to see Revenge of the Sith Black Series Palpatine. Did you see that they reconnected Paz Vizsla's name? I think it was originally Paz Vizsla, but now he's credited as Paz Vizsla. I wonder if that was intentional so they could connect him to the Darksaber. I don't know. I don't know if it's one of those things where they really hadn't come up with a name for him yet when the season 1 came out, and then they kind of confirmed it later down the line. But that's what I had to guess. But either way, it's pretty cool, and it's nice to see that. Inferno Hippo says, imagine we get a Rebels Yoda. That's like a Wish version of Yoda. That would not be very good. I would not like that. Do you think they'll put Maul and Kenobi? No, I don't think so. I think that Maul's whole kind of goal in his life is to get revenge on Kenobi. And I think the whole Kenobi Maul duel on Tatooine and Rebels is the perfect way to end that story. I think we'll definitely see Vader. I think that's already confirmed considering that Hayden Christensen's in it, but I don't think that we'll see Maul. Tamora Morrison just needs some hair and he's good to go. I don't like bald Boba. I don't hate it. I don't think it looks too bad, but you never know. I don't really care that much, honestly. I would prefer he keeps his helmet on, but I just don't see how a Mando helmet would fit on Grogu. You got to put it in some like ear holes so his ears stick out. Okay, that was Scorch. It says it on Wikipedia. Okay, that's good. So I don't know if it's officially confirmed, but I think a lot of people do consider it to be Scorch. So that is pretty cool. I'm glad that Scorch has finally made an appearance back in canon. Ooh, I really want Revan to show up in the Acolyte show. We don't know much about the Acolyte show yet, but I have high hopes for it. I'm really excited. I do want some more of that Old Republic era stuff in Star Wars, and I think Acolyte is a great way to get that. I don't know how I feel about Revan. He's a cool character. Don't get me wrong. I just think I don't know. I'd love to see him in canon, but we'll see. Max Q28 says we need a Black Series Tartakovsky battle droid with the sniper machine gun that they ambushed Fordo and his men with. Yes, I really want that. That would be so cool. We need more Tartakovsky just figures in general. I think one that I really wanted is like the shirtless Anakin when he has like the blue paint on his chest whenever he's doing his Jedi trials. That's one I really want. Super underrated arc from the Tartakovsky Clone Wars, and it's one I'd love to see. Out of the Basement says Paz was named back in season 1. I don't remember hearing his name on screen, but it was probably named like off screen if I had to guess. But yeah, they just didn't put it on like like the packaging of products until later in season 2. RJ Studio says, what would be the best way to get Commander Fox? That is the last one I need to complete the clone commanders. eBay is going to be your best bet. Maybe like under the shelf at a Barnes & Noble, because I know it was also a Barnes & Noble exclusive along with GameStop. But I think that eBay is going to be your best bet. CT8802 says, that Palpatine duel against the Jedi Master is one of my favorite scenes ever, probably most badass. Yeah, it was pretty freaking cool. Hunter says, standard 327th to go with the release of Ayla Secure in the future. I really hope so, honestly. I think we definitely need a standard 327th. I don't know why they haven't done one yet, but I would love to see it. It's literally just an easy repaint of the Bly we already have. So please give us that. I would love that. The Wish exclusive Yoda, yes. Shalala Gupta says, I really want an animated series Clone Wars style taking place after the events of Return of the Jedi with Han, Luke, Leia, so we don't have to do deepfakes, replacement actors. We still get EU material. I actually really like that idea. I haven't thought about that too much. I don't know if I would prefer animated or live action. They could always do live action and do recasts. Like you could get maybe Sebastian Stan to be Luke. You could get the actor that played Han Solo in the Solo movie to reprise his role as Han Solo, and then somebody else to play Leia. But yeah, I don't know. Either way would be fine. I think we do need some of that EU material with like Han, Luke, and Leia in their prime right after Return of the Jedi. Daniel says episode 2 Yoda. Yes, I think we need a prequel Yoda, whether it's episode 2 or 3. They're pretty much the same. I do think we need a prequel Yoda in the Black Series, though. Star Wars and More Channel says, I thought Acolyte is a game. Acolyte is actually a TV show that is rumored to be coming out. We don't know when it's going to come out, but I believe the game you're probably thinking of is the Star Wars Eclipse. That game also looks amazing, and it's supposed to take place in the whole I guess like New Republic era, or not New Republic, the Old Republic era. So yeah, I think that's probably what you're thinking about, but it's pretty similar. I found a store that has a bunch of figures, but very good. Oh, but very price gouged. It's like real life eBay, but that's how I found Bly and Cody. Both Bly and Cody have actually been in stock. I know Bly is still in stock on Big Bad Toy Store. I believe Cody went in stock on Dorkside, either Dorkside or Entertainment Earth a few days ago. So they're still going in and out of stock. You just got to check. That boy says, I hope we get a Black Series 5s before we all die. Me and you both. I don't understand why they chose to do Echo before 5s. I guess maybe because Echo was about to show up in the Bad Batch later that year. But I just think 5s is such an important character to the Clone Wars. And plus, he's super badass too. I'd love to see him. CT8802 says, I'd love the shirtless Anakin. I have him carded because the 30th anniversary was my childhood line. New Hope Vader being the first one I got, and I have every figure from that line, even duplicates. That's super cool. Like I said, I think shirtless Anakin would be super cool for the Black Series. Honestly, you could probably reuse the shirtless Maul body, just paint its flesh tone, and then add the blue lines. But Josh says they need to do a re-release of Captain Fox. I'm guessing they probably will here in the next year or two, considering that they did re-release both Bly, Wolf, and Gree in 2021. I'm guessing that Fox will get a re-release here pretty soon. Do you collect the 3 3/4-inch antenna mold clones for Revenge of the Sith and Saga Legends and the Legacy collection? I don't really collect a ton of 3 3/4-inch figures. I used to have a ton back from my childhood. I think I had almost every single Revenge of the Sith character out of box, of course, because I was very young. But I don't really collect 3 3/4-inch anymore. I mainly do Black Series. I do have 1 or 2 carded 3 3/4-inch figures, so I'm gonna grab that real quick. This is the only carded 3 3/4 inch figure that I have currently. It is just a Revenge of the Sith, just Phase 1 Clone Trooper, or Phase 2 Clone Trooper. I'm sorry, but it is still in box. I do have it in like a little bubble protector thing, but it is pretty cool. Yeah. I actually have one of these out of box too. I just don't know where it is anymore. It's been a long time. But I absolutely love the Revenge of the Sith, the Revenge of the Sith classic packaging. It's one of my favorites. Ooh, okay. CT8802 says Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire, please, and a 6-inch figures of every Raimi figure. That'd be super cool. I honestly just hope we get a No Way Home Wave 2 with both Tobey, Andrew, and then some of the Sinister Six villains in there as well, because No Way Home is a great movie, and I'd love to see some Marvel Legends figures for it. Dat Boy says, I need a Black Series Clone Wars Plo Koon in my life. That'd be super cool. I know we're getting Clone Wars, what's his name? Mace Windu in the Tartakovsky line, so maybe we'll get a Plo Koon in the future. I would not be too upset about it. What is your favorite sequel Star Wars movie of the three? Easy, Force Awakens. Force Awakens is such a good movie. A lot of people hate on it just because, Rise of Skywalker and Last Jedi were pretty bad. But Force Awakens was just very good movie, really good. I know some people don't like it because it's very similar to New Hope, but I think that it's a great movie, and definitely kind of kickstarted Star Wars for me back back in 2015. I kind of like got out of the loop of Star Wars, and Force Awakens really pushed me back into that. So I have a lot of nostalgia for Force Awakens. Hunter says, honestly, as hot as Mandalorian figures are right now, they need to I'm sorry, I can't talk. They need to release a Pre-Vizsla and Gar Saxon. Yes, they do. I don't know why they haven't yet. Clone Wars figures like that are great, and plus they would sell super, super well. So I do really hope we get that in the future. Next question says, I think down the road, unless they reboot the entire franchise, we will start to see younger recasts for stories than take places that take place in the original trilogy era. I think they will too. Like I said, I think Sebastian Stan is a great Luke Skywalker. He looks almost exactly like him, and plus he's just a great actor altogether. I'd love to see him take a live action Luke Skywalker role, but we'll see. Infernal Hippo says those drumming guys looked really cool in the Eclipse trailer. He did look really cool, and then there was also like the freaking like Venom symbiote there too, which kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from or how he's gonna fit into the story, but Eclipse looks really cool, and I cannot wait to play that game. You never know, maybe I'll stream it on the channel once it comes out. The Star Wars and More channel says, what figures do you think they will do for Return of the Jedi anniversary? I think it's pretty. I don't know. I think we're gonna get a Tatooine wave. I think we're gonna get Bouche Leia, a Lando like Skiff Guard. I think we're gonna get Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, Han, Luke. Main characters. I think we're also gonna get a re-release of the Endor characters, Han, Luke, and Leia. I think we're gonna get a Tebow Ewok. I think we're gonna get a ton of the Ewoks. I think maybe a vehicle, maybe an A-wing, maybe a ATST as well. Then I think we're also going to get, Darth Vader, Emperor, figures like that. Inferno Hope says he did get that restock of Cody on Dorkside. I need to get another Cody because my Cody has the misprint / like not paint on the helmet, and it looks really bad. So I do want to get another Cody. I might just paint the one that I have and fix it, but never know. I'll figure it out. What about a HasLab Slave 1 with exclusive Book of Boba Fett accurate Boba Fett figure with Fennec Shand and a seismic charge? That would be really, really big. Considering how big the Slave 1 is in canon, this thing would be like 3 feet tall, maybe. No, it'd be taller than that. It'd be a good like 4 feet tall. I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 feet wide. No, it'd probably only be 3 feet wide. It would be a good $400, maybe $500, $600. It'd be very, very expensive, and it'd be very big. And I don't know where I would put it, but I'd love to see it. I don't know. CT8802 says, out of the clones, I would like to have Neo aside from Fives. I do want Fives. I think Neo is a great figure to release in like a vehicle pack, considering that he rides a speeder during Order 66. We don't have a Bark speeder yet. I think a speeder like that is great for the Black Series scale. I don't know why they haven't released a clone speeder like that yet, but I think Neo is a great way to do that. What's up, Gonk? Nice to see you back in the chat. RJ Studio says, it's hard to see some of the clone commanders coming back in any form other than archive for some reason, because a lot of these characters aren't going to return in shows, movies anytime soon. You say that, but last year in 2021, both Wolf, Bly, and Gree all got just standard re-releases, and I know Rex is still getting a standard re-release this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just repack Fox as well. I think they're super popular. They're going to sell out anyway, so I don't see why Hasbro wouldn't do it. Hunter says, I have the Vintage Collection Slave 1, so I don't know. I like the scale because it's cool to see and it matches the Razor Crest scale. The Black Series Slave 1 wouldn't match the scale. I think they'd have to either underscale it or just charge a fortune for it. But either way, it'd be cool. Oh, I have one of those Revenge of the Sith figures too. I have Bly. I used to have Bly out of the box. I think I actually ended up cutting up the Bly's pauldron to make a custom Fives figure. I actually still have that video on the channel, I believe. It's just called Custom Fives. But yeah, I used to have that figure too. He's a really cool figure. I don't know what happened to Black Series Stream 3/4 inch like that. I feel like they don't make them like they used to. Hasbro needs to make a Commander Thorn. Yes, please. We need a Commander Thorn. Commander Thorn would be awesome. Gong says, I still need a Koska Reeves, and I want the other one to come out. And forgot his name. Yes, I believe Axe Wolves, I believe is his name. I could have totally butchered that. But he is rumored for Wave 34. So he's coming out. And Koska Reeves, I believe, might still be in stock on GameStop. So check GameStop. She might still be in stock, I believe. Yeah, Axe Wolves is his name. If you want to get a Black Series Beskar Spear, you could get Captain Phasma's Spear or a long toothpick and paint it gray. That is very possible. Only thing with Phasma's Sphere is it's very, very long. It's a lot longer than the Beskar Spear, and it's not exactly shaped like a spear either, but it's one I'd like to see. Also love to see the Grand Inquisitor and Agent Kallus from Rebels. Yes, a Grand Inquisitor and Agent Kallus are necessities for the Black Series. I cannot wait till we get them. It might be a few years, but I think Rebels is going to get kind of like one of those resurgence of fans, kind of like the Clone Wars has had recently. I think Rebels is going to get that in the next year or two, and I think we're going to start seeing more Rebels figures pushed out. Gosh, I need another drink here. Give me a second. Hunter says, if they release Neo with no Bark Speeder, it'd be a shame because it's like the only thing we see him in for real. I mean, we see him, the majority of the time we see him it's with a speeder. We see him a little bit in the background in Clone Wars without a speeder, but he kind of just stands there and does nothing. So I think the speeder would be pretty necessary for him. Hasbro is sleeping on the real ones. We need Max Rebo Band. Yes, we need Max Rebo Band. I think the chances of getting a Max Rebo Band is higher than ever with the fact that he is in the Book of Boba Fett. But you never know. I'm hoping we get a Max Rebo Band or even just a Max Rebo. But you never know. I think with 2023 being the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, it might be a great chance to get him as well. The Star Wars and More channel says he's got to go. Keep up the great work. By the time you read this, I will probably have left. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on comments, but thank you guys so much for watching. Nice to see you in the chat. We need Black Series characters like 1313 Boba, Kaboth, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Mara Jade, and Starkiller, etc. Starkiller is definite. Mara Jade is interesting. I don't know how I feel about her character that much. I don't know a ton because I don't read a lot of Legends content, but I'd still like to see her. I'm not exactly sure who Kaboth is, and I think 1313 Boba would be super cool to see, and I hope that's what I wanted with flashbacks. Whenever I saw Book of Boba Fett flashbacks, I thought they would give us like young Boba flashbacks, like 1313 Boba, and they didn't. That's something I wish they would kind of go more into. But Hasbro needs to make a Captain Vaughn in the Black Series. I have the Hot Toy / Slideshow Captain Vaughn pre-ordered. Plus, we need Commander Thorn and the rest of Delta Squad. Hopefully, Omega Squad. Yes, we need all of those.
just with Commander Vaughn, it's such an easy repaint of Cody. It's one we really need to see, so hopefully they do one day, but we'll see. Max says, our GameStop's pre-order release date or will I'm sorry, are GameStop's pre-orders release dates real, or will they delay them? Because the Black Series Boba Fett pre-order release date is February 1st, but it was just revealed 1 to 2 months ago. It depends. Sometimes they're right. Sometimes they ship early. Sometimes they ship later. I think with the whole shipping crisis going on recently, they're more than likely going to get delayed. I know the Black Series Boss got delayed. Same with like the 501st Jet Trooper. I believe 501st Jet Trooper was supposed to be January, if I'm not mistaken. I think that got delayed to March. I think Boss got delayed until April. So we'll see. It's just with the whole shipping crisis. It's hard to tell nowadays. Like it's weird because there's so many figures that are either like rumored or already announced, and we just don't know when they're gonna release. And plus, there's all these figures that are just waiting to be released. Like there's like 40 plus pre-orders, and yet we can still find nothing on shelves. So it's really weird. My most wanted clone is Bakara. He's just super cool. I really want a Bakara too. I'd love to see a Galactic Marine as well. I think since we're getting Kiadi Mundi, that raises the chances of getting a Bakara in the future. But I think Bakara's awesome, and I'd love to see what they can do with him. The stuff I just listened to with the price hike would be expensive and drain my wallet. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the price hike. I think it's about time that we got one. Not in a good way. It's not like it's about time, but it's one of those like I've seen it coming, and it's expected. I just hope they don't overprice it. Like I think $25 is kind of reasonable for a price hike like this, considering that we're already paying $26 for exclusive. So $25 for a normal figure isn't terrible, but if you go a whole lot higher than that right off the bat, it might it might be tough. Bosk Ben says Black Series Wrecker only just got to the UK now. Dang, I've had Wrecker for quite a while now. That's insane. Wrecker's an awesome figure, and yeah, if you haven't picked him up yet, I recommend you try to. I wish they made a Darth Malik figure. I probably pronounced that wrong. I know who the character is from the games, but he's a cool character, and I think he would go super cool into Black Series form. But you never know. Well, we'll see. Marco Martinez says, hi, Mexico present. What's up, man? Nice to see you in the chat. Like I said, we love international viewers on the channel. Gong Prime says, we need a Cantina band. It could build up our Cantina with that display. Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. One of the Cantina guys is Figure and Dan is his name, is actually rumored for Black Series Wave 32 or 33, I believe. I think it's 33 is what he's rumored for. So yes, we are going to be getting Cantina Band. I don't know if it's going to be only one instrument or they're going to throw in all the instruments. So maybe if you buy 4 of the Figure and Dan figures, you can customize which instruments you give them. That's what I really want it to be, but you never know. They might only give us like one instrument with it, which would really suck. Next question says, are they making any more Old Republic Black Series figures? You never know. I think it's possible. I think with the whole like rumored like Old Republic movie coming out, which has been rumored, and there's also the new like Old Republic video game reboot that's coming out. I think it's possible. I think maybe you'll get some more in the Gaming Greats line for sure, but it's definitely possible. Gong Prime says, I got the Droids Black Series Boba and had to put the Mando pulse rifle on him. He looks so dope. That's actually what I was going to do. I forgot to pre-order this guy, so if I ever see him in store, I'm probably going to take the Credit Collection Mando's pulse rifle and give it to him because it's just super cool, and it would definitely fit the opportunity. CT8802 says, I don't like vehicles. I'd like to just have Neo and every single clone in Revenge of the Sith, and Fives, and an accurate Fordo, and his blue arcs, and every clone commando ever. You and me both. I really want the blue arcs. I absolutely love the blue arcs in the Tartakovsky Clone Wars, and I wish we would have got that, and maybe instead of a Grievous. But yeah, it's one I would have liked. Other than that, I think an accurate Fordo is one I'd like as well. I got pretty pretty heated about that earlier this year, but I tried for 2 hours to get that boba and didn't get him. Dang, man, I am really, really sorry. That sucks. Yes, Hasbro is really sleeping on Mando from Season 2, Dark Trooper, and an updated Empire Strikes Back Boba on the newer Return of the Jedi Boba body. Just change the gauntlets, cape, and belts. Yeah. Oh, I just kicked my camera. Yeah, a Return of the Jedi body Empire Strikes Back Boba wouldn't be the end of the world. It'd be pretty easy to fix. I think, though, Dark Trooper is already rumored for the Black Series as a deluxe release. We don't know when it's going to happen, but it is rumored as a release. But that was also, it was rumored like 6 months ago, and it still hasn't come out yet. So we don't know what's up with that. I mean, it's been so long, and they haven't actually released it yet. Maybe it got canceled. Maybe it just got delayed. We don't really know. But yeah, I definitely think a Luke from Mando Season 2 is necessary. They need to make an Obi-Wan in Mandalorian armor. I would definitely buy that. Give him like the armor from the Clone Wars arc there. I would love to see that. And plus, if you wanted to, you could always just throw on the helmet and make him a background Mandalorian trooper. I feel like one of the figures that are coming soon is a Boba Fett Polynesian spa version. I would love to see a Polynesian spa version of Boba Fett. I don't think they'd ever make one because, I mean, it's not technically Star Wars, but I do just like saying the Polynesian spa. So, CT8802 says, why does Hasbro do this? Remember, $6.99 for a Star Wars figure with accessories and even boxes full of other accessories. Yeah, that's back in the 3 3/4 inch days. They don't really do that anymore. I don't think $20 is super overpriced for a 6-inch scale figure, but I do think like the accessories is a big thing. They should definitely give us more accessories to these figures. I mean, I'm sure it's probably like 10 cents to make some of these accessories, to mold it in plastic. They're not really losing much to give us a few extra accessories. A HasLab AAT with exclusive pilot, battle droid, and then maybe a yellow commander B1. I really, really like that idea. It might be a little big for Black Series scale, but I would love to see that. And even if it's not a HasLab, maybe even if it's like a normal size one, I'd still love to see it. Yeah, Quinton Mims is right. They definitely need to make more KOTOR figures in general. But, we'll see. I think we have some hope here pretty soon. Okay, Infernal Hippo says he's going to head out. Awesome stream. Thanks, man, for joining. I do really, really appreciate it. Cody says, I wish Hasbro makes a Commander Bakara. Yeah, me too. It's about time. We do really need it. Darth Sion, Darth Malak, Sith Troopers, a proper Fordo. Even though this would be expensive, I want a Black Series Tiger Shark gunship, which would probably be $600 to $700. So that would be, like I said, absolutely massive. But as a HasLab, I would definitely buy it. I think if they were to do it, it would have to be a HasLab though, just because just because of how big and expensive it was. Black Series Crate Luke was rumored last year. Where is he? Yeah, he's been rumored for quite a while. I think they kind of just like canceled him, considering with how bad The Last Jedi did. I think he would pegworm. I definitely buy him because I actually really like Crate Luke, but I think he would pegworm quite a bit, and that's probably why they canceled him. I really want Legends Dark Trooper. I don't like the new one, and I really hate that they redesigned the Dark Troopers and made it stiff and more mechanical and weak. Yeah, it is what it is. But like I said, if they're with the whole Mando Dark Trooper fight, if they really made him that overpowered, he probably would have taken out Mando pretty quickly. So I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's necessary that they nerfed the Dark Trooper a little bit, but either way, it's pretty cool. And I'm hoping we do get one in the Black Series pretty soon. Gong Prime says, why are you in the back to tank? It's about the Polynesian spa. It definitely is. It seems like you almost get more worth your money out of the Jazzware Halo figures at $17.99. Yeah, only thing is is Halo is probably a little bit cheaper to license out. I'm sure Disney is putting a pretty swift like price license on the Black Series like Star Wars line, and that's probably one reason why Halo is a little cheaper. It's also probably because Jazzware's Halo figures are probably a little cheaper to make as well. I don't know. I've never bought a Jazzware Halo figure. I've thought about it, and I probably will in the future, but I can't I can't give too much opinion on that because I've never really owned one. Max says we need hot toy level accessories with the figures, but not just the hands, just grenades and maybe rocket launchers with our clones. I would like that. I think the hands are the most essential part of that. Like we need pointing hands, we need force hands, we need grabbing hands. Any hands we can get, I would love. I think extra hands like that are great. But grenades and rocket launchers are super cool too, and I do hope we get some more of those. But will you ever get an SH Figure Arts Star Wars figure? I've thought about it. They're just pretty expensive for me, and they're also pretty harder to get. You never know like how long it's going to take for them to actually release the figure. With Black Series, I mean, at least you're going to get it. So I've kind of stuck with Black Series. CT8802 says, I appreciate that you read every comment, even if they're about a frog I caught on and put on my profile picture. It's all right. This is what the stream is about. The stream is just about answering questions. So I'm glad you guys are commenting. Cody Grant says, I still have high hopes for Hasbro to make Fives and Jesse. So Jesse's already confirmed for Wave 33, I believe. So he will be coming out in 2022. We don't know about Fives yet. I'm hoping Fives comes out in 2022, but we'll see. I just really want Fives. What would be the way for Hasbro to restock Book of Boba Fett accurate figure that wouldn't be a mainline release? So the Book of Boba Fett figure that they did release isn't inaccurate. It's just a different version. So it's a version from the Mandalorian post-credit scene where he sits down in the throne. It's not inaccurate in any way at all. It's pretty accurate actually to what it is. It's just they did it's the wrong packaging for an accurate figure. They should have put it in Mandalorian packaging, and that's the problem. And so I don't think they would re-release it. If anything, what they would do is they just do a different version of him in the main line. I think they would do the Tatooine version of him, or the version with like the slimmer pants and the red boots or whatever. And they just kind of put that maybe in the main line for actually it wouldn't be in the main line, and it wouldn't be an exclusive. It would just be a deluxe release like the rest of them. And I'm sure it'll probably still be in the Book of Boba Fett line if I had to guess. The back to tank is his Polynesian spa. I mean, you could say that. I like the way of looking at that. Bib Fortuna is number 1 on my list for wanted for the Black Series. He's really high up on my list too. He's not as high until I get a Jabba figure, but I think he's a great figure, and he's just another way of It's just another like background Cantina alien too. So, Gonk Prime says, "Where did you get your Boba Fett throne? I want to get one." But the only ones I see are like $150. I actually 3D printed mine, or I had a friend 3D print it for me. I actually went out and bought a 3D printer, and now I 3D print my own stuff like that. But I just 3D printed it. It was like, I don't know, maybe $5 worth of plastic. Obviously, you have to buy a printer, but it wasn't that much when it comes to plastic. So yeah, it's super cool though. I say if you guys ever want to 3D print props and stuff like that, I say go ahead and get a 3D printer because they're super useful. There is a little bit of trial and error in getting it to work right, and some of the components on it go bad pretty quickly. But 3D printing is definitely huge for like Black Series scale stuff. If you are doing Black Series scale stuff that are like accessories like blasters and stuff, I recommend getting a resin printer. I do have a few friends with resin printers, but yeah, pretty cool. More Star Wars TVC multi-packs. Thoughts with characters getting too expensive. TVC is getting pretty expensive. I noticed that the new Morak Boba Fett was $20, even though he was a standard release figure. It was originally rumored to be deluxe, but he was a standard figure, and he was still $20, which is very expensive for a TVC figure. But I'm fine with more TVC multi-packs. The only TVC pack that I really have gotten is the ARC Trooper 3-pack, and that set is awesome. So I'd love to see more TVC packs like that. Have you watched all of the MCU? I believe I have. I think the only movie I haven't seen is Thor: The Dark World, and that's because I've just heard it's really bad and it's not really essential to the story that much. So I kind of skipped that one. But other than that, I have seen most of them. Yeah. Hunter says, "What do you think of the Bandai Samurai Star Wars figures?" I've seen them. I know they used to stock them in Barnes and Nobles every once in a while. I almost picked up the Stormtrooper version of it. They're pretty cool. It's for a certain audience, but they're pretty cool. I might have to pick one of these up here, or maybe in the near future I might try to get one. But they're pretty cool. Unpopular opinion, but I want Episode 9 Finn and Poe. I actually really agree with you. I think Rise of Skywalker isn't the most popular figures, but I think that they're still necessary to get into the line. They might not sell super well, but I would definitely want to get them. And yeah, I hope we do. Ooh, we got Papa Gore the Canadian Santa Claus in here. What's up, man? I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? I know I really wanted to tune into your like final goodbye stream the other day, and I missed it unfortunately. But if you're ever up to it, you're always welcome to come and join a stream on my channel. Just hit me up and let me know. You're always welcome. But yeah, man, love the content. Quentin Mim says, I feel like on the expensive part of the Hot Toys, Captain Vaughn is my first. I'm sorry, I completely read that wrong. I feel you on the expensive part of Hot Toys. Captain Vaughn is my first ever Hot Toys. I've been like feeling on and off about getting the deluxe 501st Trooper. I really need to pull the trigger and just buy it, but I've been going on and off for it. I think I'm probably going to end up pulling the trigger here pretty soon in the next month or so. But yeah, Hot Toys. The one thing I'm worried about is if I buy one Hot Toys figure, I'm gonna like get into the urge of just buying tons of them, and then that is your entire life savings gone just spent on Hot Toys figures. So I'm losing my voice from talking so much. This is why I need a co-star in here so I can, have them talk a little bit. Mr. Gunray says they should make a Boba Fett that's his actual form from Book of Boba Fett and not the Mandalorian version. Yeah, they really do. Hopefully they will. They did it for TVC, so hopefully we'll get it in the Black Series. Hope they redirect Legends Dark Trooper as being a lower phase. Maybe a phase 3 Legends can be a 2.5. I'm going to head out now. I enjoyed messaging you. Yeah, thanks so much for joining and being a part of the stream. Nice to see you. I think, I don't know, Dark Troopers are interesting, but I'd like to see what they could do with them. They should make a back-to-tank. I think a back-to-tank in the Black Series would be super cool. Give us either the Boba Fett one or give us the Luke Skywalker one from Empire Strikes Back. Either way, I'd love to get it. Give us a diaper Luke. I'd like to see that. Ooh, I said a fat Bib Fortuna from the Mando season 2 post-credit scene. I think a fat Bib Fortuna would be pretty cool. They'd make him a deluxe figure, which would kind of suck. But honestly, I'd be pretty excited to see him. I'd be pretty excited to see him too. We got to shout out the first Mandalorian that started it all. Yeah, Boba Fett is a great character, and I hope they find a way to kind of like fix the Book of Boba Fett. Like, don't get me wrong, I think I love the Book of Boba Fett so far. Boba Fett is my favorite character, but the first few episodes have been a little slow for me. Some of the figures I'm hoping for are all the commandos used for that we see from Rad Batch, especially Scourge liking commandos and the other commandos with the gray markings. Yes, I actually really do want to see all of those. I think it's a great way to put them in Bad Batch packaging. I think like the Camino security commandos, I believe what the gray markings were. I think we also need just a standard commando. And I think Scorch should be in the Gaming Greats line with Boss, is what I think. But I think we do need all those commandos. We have the mold for it. Just make it. Did you ever pre-order the TVC Fordo, Arc Trooper, and Battle Droid? No, I don't really collect TVC that much, but I thought about getting the Arc Trooper, and I couldn't pull the trigger to do it. I thought about it though. Would you ever review G.I. Joe Classified Series figures? Probably not. I'm not super into G.I. Joe. If there's ever a figure that I really, really like, I might pick it up. but I'm not super into the line. Quinton Mim says, also Order 66, 2 packs, 1 Jedi, 1 clone, and more commanders for the Black Series. Oppo, Vil, Bao, and all the 501st. I probably pronounced a few of those names wrong, but I do want all of those. I think that's a great idea. I think the Order 66 2 packs would sell super well. I think some of the problems Hasbro's had in the past with 2 packs is that they picked really bad characters to put in 2 packs, and so they didn't end up selling well. I think stuff like that, though, with a Jedi and a clone would sell so well, and that might revive 2 packs for the Black Series. But Quinton says, sorry I'm listing so much. It's all right, man. Nice to see you in the chat. Oh, we got the bots back. Ugh, we don't like the bots. I think we got rid of them all. No, there's more bots. Why is there so much bots? Ah. Ooh, okay. Papa Gord says that the goodbye stream is actually tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern. So if you guys are available tomorrow to check that out, go ahead and check that out. I'm definitely gonna try to be there if I can. I'm trying to think if I can. I think I should be able to make it, but yeah, that's awesome. I'll try to make it. I'll try my best. Yep, the bots are back. I think I got rid of them, but nope, they're back. They're back again. They're back again. No, stop it. No, I didn't mean to put it on screen. Go away. No, block user. Why is there so many? Get off of the screen. I hate these bots so much. Why won't they go away? Okay. Where were we? Gong says, yo, Papa, huge fan. Yeah, that's awesome. Me too. I'm a huge fan of Papa Gord. If you guys aren't subscribed to Papa Gord on YouTube, go check out his channel, Papa Gord, the Canadian Santa Claus. He makes amazing content. Go check it out. Hit that sub button. Episode 9, Luke and Leia flashback, Ghost, /Ghost, Pin and Foe is what I almost said. Poe and Finn, Palpatine, both versions, and Ben Solo. All those episode 9 figures I'd like to see, but Hasbro's kind of stepped away from episode 9 figures, considering that the ones that I have made just don't really sell very well. So they've kind of stepped away from it, which kind of sucks, but hopefully we'll see more in the future. What's up, Miles? Nice to see you in the chat. Next question says, most wanted Black Series figures not made yet. You know I'm going to have to say Black Series 5s. 5s is awesome, and I really hope we get him in the Black Series pretty soon. I already have that Hot Toy /Sideshow urge. Yeah, that's why I'm afraid to get into it. I think I will end up getting one, but you know, I know if I get one, I'm going to want to get more. Next question says, there's actually a bootleg 501st Trooper on the new body mold. I haven't seen that. I might have to look it up. I might have to pick one of those up because I've never really seen that before, but you never know. Miles also says, hey, Papa Gord. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks again, Papa Gord, for watching. Nice to see you in the chat. We got Mr. Chicken. What's up, man? Nice to see you in the chat. I always love seeing your comments. Your comments are awesome. Thanks for all the support. Nice to see you. Gong Prime says, or Darth Vader back to tank. Ooh, Darth Vader back to tank would be so cool. I actually would really like to see that. Maybe we'll see that in Rogue One packaging, or maybe we'll see it in Kenobi packaging. Who knows? I'd like to see it though. Do you like DC? I'm not a big fan of the new DC universe, the DCU, I think is what it's called. I'm not a big fan of that. Some of the movies are good. Like Wonder Woman is a great movie, but some of them I'm just not a huge fan of. I definitely don't want to pick up the figures because I think they're all 7-inch scale and not 6-inch scale, and I'm not a big fan of 7-inch scale. But yeah, I've seen a few of them. Miles says, I want to see a Savage Oppress. You and me both. Savage would be awesome. Papa Gord says, thanks, Luke. Love your channel. Have a great night, y'all. Thanks, man, for joining. Nice to see you in the chat. I'll see you later. The one Vader figure I want is from a comic pack, and when Vader turns to the rebel side and dons the white Darth Vader suit. That sounds super cool. That'd definitely be a cool deluxe set we could get. Yeah, that'd be super cool. I'd love to see that. Fives was a true hero. He really was. I think that we just I almost just like knocked everything over on my desk. I think we really do need to see fives. Fives is so necessary for the Black Series. I think we really do need to see them. If not, they don't sell well. Kylo with the correct helmet is like $50, but Hasbro keeps re-releasing craft figures like Darkseid Rey, which is only on screen for 2 seconds. Give us cool characters. So the thing with Kylo is that a lot of people like Kylo Ren, even though a lot of people don't like the sequel trilogy. A lot of people still love Kylo Ren. I personally love Kylo Ren, and his figure gets pretty expensive. Where not a lot of people like Rey as much. And so that's one of the reasons. So it depends on the character itself. I think any version of Kylo Ren is going to sell, but not every version of Rey. Next question says, they need to make clone troopers and stormtroopers that are just perfectly shiny. They have mud, water, and snow burns. Oh, that aren't perfectly shiny. I would like that. Some of the clones have weathering. Some of the older ones do. Not as much as the newer ones. I wish they went back to that older weathering, but they kind of tried it with the Sand Troopers, and the Sand Troopers are great, but the Remnant Stormtrooper is so bad, and that one looks awful. So hopefully they go back to that, but we'll see. Gong Prime says, have you watched Peacemaker? If not, please, I would highly recommend it. It is so funny and violent. I've heard about it. I've seen it on TikTok here and there, but I've never actually watched it. But yeah, I love John Cena, so I might have to watch it. I've never watched Clone Wars, so when you talk about fives and Echo, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, I have a new mission for you. Go and watch Clone Wars. It is so good. The first season is a little hard to get through. I know some people like the first season quite a bit, but it's just not personally my favorite. So if you have the ability to watch Clone Wars, I highly suggest you go watch it because Clone Wars is the best Star Wars TV show. You cannot change my mind, and it's awesome. I love Clone Wars. If Hasbro brought back battle packs, comic packs, etc., in both Black Series and TBC, how well do you think they would sell? I think it depends on what are the characters in it. If it's like a Rey, Finn, and Poe battle pack, it might not sell as well. But if it's a clone battle pack or a droid battle pack or stormtrooper battle pack, anything like that that's army builders, they will sell super well. Same with comic packs. I would love to see it both TBC and Black Series. Next question says, Star Wars Black Series Captain Fordo looks pretty nice. I have mixed emotions about it. I think it looks all right. I wish that it was more accurate, but it is what it is. I've kind of gotten over it at this point. They need to make their helmets a thicker plastic. They really do. Some of them are pretty thin. I still think that they're durable enough to where they'll stand up if you drop it or step on it or fall on it. You know, they're strong enough helmets. But considering to some of the 3D printed custom helmets, they have very, very thick plastic. So either way, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, I think if they made them any thicker, the price would go a lot. It'd be a lot more expensive. So I think you sacrifice some of that integrity for a cheaper price. And I think I'm fine with that. What do you think about the Wrecker action figure? Great figure. It is a little unfortunate that it's a deluxe figure, but if you have the chance to pick it up, I say go for it because it is an awesome figure. Shalala Gupta says, what about the Bad Batch? Should I watch that? Yes, you should watch that. Bad Batch is also really good. I don't think it's as good as Clone Wars, but I think you should probably watch all the way through Clone Wars before Bad Batch. Either way, they're both really good, and I definitely suggest you watch it. Hunter says, do you think they'll do a live action setting with clones other than episode 2 and 3? I'm hoping that either in the Kenobi show or Ahsoka show, we'll see a live action Rex and or Cody. I think, getting Tamora Morrison to reprise that role would be super, super cool. And I'd love to see it, but we'll see. You never really know at this point. I think a live action Rex would be a little bit higher chance to see than a Cody, but I still love to see Cody. I wonder if we'll ever make a Kashyyyk Trooper or Galactic Marine. I've always loved both. I think they will eventually. I think that they're necessary for the Black Series, and I think they will make it eventually, but it's just a waiting game at this point. What do you think that will be the gift that Mando's going to deliver to the little gremlin Baby Yoda? So they kind of showed it a little bit, but it looked like chainmail is what it looked like. So I'm guessing it's kind of like a Beskar chainmail, which I really, really like. I'd love to see Baby Yoda wearing Beskar chainmail. It's super cool. Gong Prime says, I want to get a lot of the Black Series since I mainly collect Marvel Legends, about 250, been collecting since 2017. I'm going to start collecting my favorite eras. Yeah, that's a great place to start. You don't have to be a completionist right off the bat. I say just start picking up figures you like. I still don't pick up every figure. I mainly pick up the figures that I want. That's why I have a ton of Clone Wars figures. And that's one thing I like about collecting. You can pick up whatever you want. If you don't want to pick up Aura Singh figure, don't pick up an Aura Singh figure. It's whatever you want to buy, and that's what I really like about it. Do you think Hasbro needs to make a Commander Pons? He's a cool character, and I do like him in Clone Wars, but it's one of those that he's not as necessary. I'd like to see it. I would not complain if we got it, but he's not as necessary as, say, a Fives or an Echo or a Jesse, etc. Do you think Echo's arc helmet is too big? It looks a little off, or maybe a little lower quality. I don't know though. It's a little big, but I don't think it's that bad. I think it looks pretty good. If you actually look at it in the show, it's pretty accurate to the show. So I don't think it's that bad, but I do think it's a lot thinner plastic. So I could see where you're coming from the lower quality aspect, but I think it looks all right. Where is the announcement of the Attack of the Clones 20th wave? I want to see what we're getting. So I don't know yet. I think that we're gonna get that in 2022. It might not be right away, but I'm guessing within a month or two we'll hear something about it, or at least we'll see rumors for it. Shalamander says, "Is it just me, or do you feel that Captain Phasma figure has a way bigger sculpt than than even Wrecker or Pre-Vizsla or Paz Vizsla?" Not Wrecker. Wrecker's pretty big. I guess Phasma is pretty big too, though. That's only because Phasma is like really big in canon too. Like she's like 7 feet tall in canon, which is super surprising. I didn't even realize that until I looked up the actress's height. But yeah, I think nowadays if you release Phasma, she would be a deluxe figure. I just have too many ideas for both TBC and Black Series figures in my head. Most are legends and clones. My number one most wanted KOTOR figure are Candorius and Mandaloria. I don't know if I pronounced it right. And Mandaloria Neo Crusader. Like I said, I cannot pronounce names in general. But yeah, I think there's so many Legends figures they could do. It's endless. I think they could just create a Legends line and start releasing random Legends figures. And I think they'd sell very well. Darth Misa says, if they made a deluxe Django, what accessories would you want with it? I want the poncho that he kind of wears on it over his armor every once in a while. I want the flamethrower, the grappling hook. We don't necessarily need the grappling hook. I mean, the one that we got with Return of the Jedi Boba Fett kind of sucked, so I don't really think we need the grappling hook. But maybe give us like the Kaminoan saber dart. Give us maybe his like gauntlet with the extra knives and everything sticking out of it, like the Swiss Army gauntlet, and maybe like the jetpack with the removable rocket, everything kind of like that. Most of the stuff that came with the deluxe Return of the Jedi Boba. Pizza time. Next question says, one of the 13 is definitely Black Chrysanthemum. I not pronounced it wrong, and I think it is. I think that is one of the 13, and I do really hope we get some more of the Book of Boba Fett figures in the future. I guess you could say she's 7 foot frame. Dude, I love Encanto. The music, the songs are so catchy. If you guys haven't seen that movie, it is on Disney Plus. It is a Disney movie, and it's an animated musical or whatever, but it's really cool. I did really enjoy that movie. The music is super catchy. Jango Fett is my most favorite bounty hunter ever. He needs a resculpt. Yes, the Jango Fett body is so bad. It falls over constantly. It has horrible articulation. They really need to make a new Jango Fett. Hunter says, thanks for the great stream, Lucas Monster. Everyone consider joining the Discord. I really enjoyed seeing other people's collections. Yes, we do actually have a Discord. It is linked in the description. And also, if you become a member, you get access to the members-only Discord. And I will answer a few more questions here, but I think I'm going to start to wrap it up. We have been streaming for about 2 hours now, so I will wrap it up here pretty soon, but I will answer just a few more questions. So Gong Prime says, have you ever seen the Suicide Squad with James Gunn? The James Gunn version, the newer version. I have not. I actually haven't seen either of them. Like I said, I'm not super into DC. I'll see a few of them here and there, but I'm not super into it. Oh, Quinton says the Mandalorian Neo Crusader. My bad, misspelled Mandalorian. Gong Prime says, do you think they'll make a new Django? I've seen the same body mold, or will it have the same body mold or a new one? I'm really hoping they'll make a new one, but I'm guessing it'll probably end up being the old one, considering that they already have that mold. We need a Sergeant Hound in the Black Series. We definitely do. Since Kiadi is rumored, Bakara shouldn't be that far behind him. I'm hoping not, but we got Commander Bly back in 2020. We still haven't seen Ayla Secura until this year, which will be out later 2022, so you never know. But what are your thoughts on some Clone Trooper figs? Make as many of them as possible, and I will buy as many of them as possible. Gong Prime says, I was in the Discord, but no offense, it was kind of dead and mostly not active. Yeah. We did a renovation of that Discord. It's a lot better now. There's a lot less channels, so it is a little less confusing to navigate. And it has had a little bit of a reoccurrence of people, but it's not near as what it used to be. I say that the members-only Discord is very, very active and is actually a really great Discord. So if you are interested in a Lukeness Monster Discord, the members Discord is the best one to join. But yeah, the normal Discord is kind of dead. I will agree with you there. Return of the Jedi Obi-Wan or Clone Wars Target exclusive. Ooh, Return of the Jedi Obi-Wan is one I think we need a new mold for, but the original mold sucks. It's really bad, and the Target exclusive one wins any day in my mind. Daniel says, I'm on mobile. Can you drop the link so I can join the channel membership? I don't think I have a link at this time. I don't even know if you can do a link for membership. Can you? I'm not going to lie. I have no clue. I will, if you make a comment on one of my most recent videos, I'll see if I can drop a link. If I can't find a link, then, I'll see what I can do. But thanks so much for trying to join. I do really appreciate it. What's your favorite Clone Legion? I think I got to go with 501st. 501st is iconic. Yeah, we definitely need Mando Starfighter in the Black Series. That is a necessity for sure. What's your favorite episode of The Mandalorian? I think I got to go with the pilot. Episode 1 of Mandalorian is so good. You see Baby Yoda for the first time, and you got to see Mando be a super dope bounty hunter. One of my favorites. Okay, 2 more questions. Gong Prime says, what's your favorite TV show? Mine are The Office and The Mandalorian. Mandalorian's great. I think I got to go with either The Office or Parks and Rec. Both are great TV shows. I'm a huge fan of sitcoms like that. Both are amazing. Cobra Kai is also really good as well. It's on Netflix. You haven't seen it. Cobra Kai is amazing. Where did you get your ARC Trooper Echo figure? I ended up getting it at Target. It is a Target exclusive. If you wanted to get it nowadays, you'd probably have to get it. Probably have to get it on eBay if I had to guess. But yeah, I ended up getting mine at Target. And Daniel says, that's how I ended up joining the Out of the Basement one. Okay, so I will find a link. I don't have it right now, but if you make a comment on one of my most recent videos, I'll give it to you there. So sorry about that. I don't have access to it right now. I have to go get it. But yeah, thanks so much for trying to join. I do really, really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, that is probably going to do it for the stream. If you did enjoy, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And consider hitting that join button. It helps out quite a bit. But yeah, that's going to do it for the stream. I had a lot of fun. We had, I think the max we had was about 40 people in here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun. And yeah, thanks for watching.